The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. It is a Friday morning. Everybody ready for the weekend? It hasn't felt like a short week by any means. To me, anyway.
It has to me, and I'm excited that I get to be in public tonight.
Yes! Woo, we are all ready. I hope if you're in the Asheville area, you will join us tonight out at Silverado's for the Edwin McCain concert, the opener of the Silverado's 2021 Outdoor Concert Series. You can have your tickets online at silveradoswnc.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be my first concert experience back,
This is my first one in almost 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to get 1998 Edwin McCain drunk tonight.
Jeremy's going to start crying during I'll Be. He's going to be thinking about his fourth grade dance.
Sixth grade dance.
And I will be at my 13-year-old's 8th grade graduation.
Oh, my God. Kevin Vick was DJing an 8th grade formal last night.
Yeah. And
God,
Children.
my
they
kid
really are the
is growing up way too fast.
Way too fast.
You know what
they
else?
tend to do that.
You know what else aged way too fast?
LeBron
The far superior Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, a little off on that one.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, Suns in 6. Jeremy called it. And unfortunately, he's right yet again. And guess what? There are only 12 games left.
12 games to go for my 2021 NBA champion Denver Nuggets.
Last night in the NBA, the Nuggets beating the Trailblazers 126-115, and the Suns sent home LeBron James and the Lakers 113-100. We almost have the second round completely set. Tonight it's going to be over in Dallas. I'm just they're not going to be able to stop Luka Doncic. Really, come on.
Luka's the second coming of Larry Bird.
So we know what the second round's going to look like, or we all feel pretty confident what the second round's going to look like. So we will talk about what's coming up in the second round of the NBA playoffs here as well today during our hour with you. We are live from the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Brian Haynes.
Yep.
He's Jeremy Greene, and
the insufferable Flosterdomus himself.
we will. We'll also do some cleanup on Coach K's press conference yesterday. After we got off.
We're down to 2 names for the expansion team.
Nice.
Oh. It was overwhelming.
Please tell me the Biloxi Beaver Paddles is.
That is not one of them.
Come on, man!
I had never
Let's
heard
go Beavs!
I had never heard Beaver Paddles as a nickname for a mullet. I also was yesterday years old when I found out West Virginia Ninja is copyrighted exactly nowhere. So that's one of the 2.
So the claim is in.
The West Virginia Ninjas is one of them. And the other one is the Kentucky Waterfalls.
Nice.
It was overwhelming across all the social medias and messages directly to me.
Yeah.
You guys
We're
did
down
it
to
wrong.
2.
You guys did it wrong.
And then there were 2.
We damn Beavers. Come on, man. Biloxi Beaver Paddles. That was the answer. And you guys,
either way,
all of you got it wrong.
Well, either way, the tagline of the team is going to be football in the front, party in the back. So that's happening.
Okay.
One's West Virginia, one's mullets.
Should it be?
Duh.
Should be smooth balls in the front.
Patrick Holt said, "I'm extremely disappointed that Topeka Tip Touchers didn't make it." Here's the thing. First of all, the logo was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
But the Pittsburgh Steelers are one of like 4 teams in the NFL that have their shit trademarked. So you can't do anything that even insinuates that you're trying to aim at them. That was problem numero uno.
A+++++ for the
problem
effort.
numero dos is that there is a sponsor in the works for this that is not the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah.
I do feel like, the ball shavers, they would have been, that was another one that was opined that I was pretty fond of.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, we should have gone with the Carolina Smooth Boys if we're doing that. Because to get
I'm going to need you to move
Because to get your boy smooth, you got to use the Lawnmower 4.0.
I'm going to move right past that.
Steer clear.
Did I say something wrong?
A little bit.
Maybe. It could be construed.
Oh, okay.
Move on.
Wow. Anywho.
Love yourself, Tim.
Nice. Whatever. Apparently, I stepped on somebody's grave there, and I'm not sure what happened. Was Coach K lying last night?
100%.
Or yesterday afternoon in his press conference where he said...
Were his lips moving?
That... Oh, come on! Now we spent all day yesterday kissing his ass, and now you want to throw darts.
That's all the nice I could do. Look, there's only so much nice in me, and it takes time to rebuild.
He said that the changes in college basketball have nothing to do with him stepping down. It's all about spending time with his family and his lovely wife, Mickey. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know that he's lying. I really don't know that he's lying. Anyway, we'll get into that as well over the next hour. We appreciate everybody joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, share it out, all that kind of stuff for us. We appreciate you being on the journey with us here. Now, last night, Devin Booker went completely apeshit.
Ham sandwich.
The guy, 47 points in the game. He could not miss in the first quarter. Scored 22 points in the first quarter, and the Suns led by damn near 20 at the end of the first.
It was a billion D. It was a billion D to 15.
Anthony Davis, old street clothes himself.
Well, and you know what? I give him credit. He at least put on a uniform last night.
He did.
I feel like Anthony Davis is kind of like your sad friend that goes through a breakup and they won't get out of their sweatpants. And when they do put on big boy pants, you're like, look, that's the thing. That's the thing you did. You put on your uniform. And then he ran up and down the floor for 5 minutes and went, oh, my hurts. My hurts so bad. I wanted him to play. I literally said this to everybody. If he plays, he will be completely ineffective. Mm-hmm. And he was. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the reason Phoenix won this series is because Anthony Davis didn't play. I think had you played this series 5 times, Phoenix would have won it for him. Because exactly what I told you was going to be a problem was a problem. Mm-hmm. You don't have anybody to guard Devin Booker. You can't deal with DeAndre Ayton. And I mean, Anthony Davis got hurt. Well, Chris Paul's been hurt since game 2. Mm-hmm. You still lost. And I got news for you. Chris Paul is equivalently important to Phoenix as Anthony Davis is to the Lakers.
Oh, I want to disagree with that so bad.
But you can't. You know why you can't? Because they were the 2 seed with him and they weren't in the playoffs without it.
Right.
So, suck on that.
Right. I do want to disagree with that, but I really can't. Street clothes, when he's healthy, obviously, this is a duo that hardly anybody in the NBA can stop. Problem is, you know, they just couldn't do it. Anthony Davis did what Anthony Davis does.
Get hurt.
Just get hurt. Just get hurt and not be available. He's probably the most unavailable superstar in NBA history.
And I think
it drives me absolutely crazy that LeBron James obviously is not the LeBron of old. We saw a different LeBron James down the stretch of this season, a guy that looked like, yeah, you're moving at a much slower pace than you used to. His confidence driving the basket was not there. I mean, his shots inside the paint dropped like 50% from last playoffs. It's because he couldn't do it.
they just don't have the pieces on this team that when you lose a guy like Anthony Davis.
They don't have the pieces on this team
to do anything. We talked about this a little bit. Dennis Schroeder was an absolute failure this year, and Montrezl Harrell was a failure this year. They got younger, and I'm gonna say this. I thought those two moves I thought were going to elevate them even further, and instead it just basically made it absolutely worse. And I was 100% wrong on this series. Jeremy was 100% right. I will admit where I'm wrong, and that's all I'm going to say. Here's a fun little stat. I think that Anthony Davis has won a total of 0 playoff games without Rajon Rondo. He won games in New Orleans with him, and he won all the games last year with him, and
That's a fun little aside.
Yeah.
You know, I just have to. I have to say, it's good to be the king. This is the hottest streak I've ever been on the NBA.
He's on fire, folks. It is
I am
unbelievable.
19 games over 500 in the NBA against the spread in the last 30 days. And I don't even know what. I've changed exactly nothing. I'm going to miss the first round of the playoffs. That was a fun second job. Oh well.
You don't think you can nail the second round as much as you did the first?
The second round is not as obvious to me as the first round was.
Right.
We'll get into that in a little bit. But there are things about the second round that I don't like.
But what you been? What have you been? 11-2?
I'm 11-2 in the last 3 days.
Yeah.
I think it's the spread. I'm undefeated on monkey knife fights that Justin Parton didn't play.
Justin, buddy, you gotta stop playing the monkey knife fights. I learned this during football season. Every one of Jeremy's monkey knife fights that I played, we lost.
I will
when
also
I didn't play, it was a winner.
The combination of I'm blaming it on the graphic. I have not won a monkey knife fight since we built the graphic. So I need
no more graphic.
No, the graphic still happens.
Okay.
I just need all of you to go to monkeyknifefight.com. Use the promo code TANK because frankly we need the revenue from Monkey Knife Fight for the fact that I can't win on that website anymore.
You've only lost 2 out of the last 8, so I feel like we can give you a little bit of a break on Monkey Knife Fight.
Truth
bomb.
monkeyknifefight.com. Use our promo code TANK. They will match your initial investment up to $50. They'll also give you a $5 free play.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of something else. Ever since I used the Lawnmower 4.0, I've only missed 2 games against the spread.
There you go.
Not saying they're directly related.
Trim your spread.
I don't think you can say that they're
spread.
not.
Trim the spread, beat the spread.
Embrace the spread. Trim the boys.
You know what I'm saying?
All of it at manscaped.com. Use the promo code Sportsocracy, by the way.
Since the graphics already up there, we might as well go for the monkey knife fight. Just do back to back.
Just do the monkey knife fight right now.
Back. Hell, the graphic was already on the screen. So.
All right, so the monkey knife fight tonight is going to be between, obviously, the only game of the night, Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Clippers.
Luka Doncic is going to go ham sandwich tonight. And I don't like Kawhi Leonard as much tonight. He's only gone over 29.5 points twice in the series. And I struggle to think he's going to do it tonight. I think tonight's a Paul George night.
Luka's unbelievable. Like, he's the best overall player I've seen in a very, very long time. Like, come out. I mean, look what he's done in his first playoff games. Mm-hmm. It's been unbelievable. He's scoring 40 points a night, it seems like, averaging 10 assists, 9 rebounds. He's all over the court. It just reminds me of Larry Bird. It does. Like, everything he does.
Bad dude.
He's a bad mother jammer, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
The only thing I will say is that this is a crucial game for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a win, a do or die situation for them.
This is a crucial game for the Mavericks, too.
Yeah, I get it.
Sure
I understand that. Here's my flaw in your pick here, though. Paul George doesn't show up in big games. And I don't know that it'll be a Paul George night.
I'm also aggressively on the under tonight, by the way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Luka goes off, everybody else kind of...
Luka goes off, everybody for the Mavericks can't hit water off a bridge.
Yeah.
I think the Mavericks win, but I think it's close, and I think it's lower scoring than we're used to.
All right.
I'll say 104-99.
Whew. Picking any game in the NBA at this point to go under 100 points, I feel like is a major gamble.
I just think this is going to be a gross game.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's just going to be gross.
I can't wait for the Clippers just to get sent home.
I can't wait for us to have 8 teams left in the NBA playoffs, and 6 of them are in the bottom half of NBA evaluation. We have 2 teams that the NBA goes, yeah, Mavericks and Nets, and oh god, Nuggets, Jazz, Suns, Bucks.
Philly, they're happy about Philly. Philly's a big market.
They are.
Ish.
Yeah, they are.
Ish.
They
it's
are.
like a top 5 media market in the country.
Yeah, but it's still very much an Eagles town. The Sixers are very equivalent to the Flyers in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I mean,
The support is on the Eagles more than the 76ers.
they'll come back out for this next series.
Oh, yeah,
They'll pack it out.
I mean, there's no doubt that the Eagles are king in that town, but I was under the impression that pretty much every other team in that town is,
Patrick Holt asked in the comments, over/under number of people here that will watch the game tonight. I don't know what the number is. I don't know what the line is. I will bet the under aggressively. Especially if this is like YouTube and you have to watch it for a certain period of time to count as a view.
Oh, yeah.
I will certainly go under. If you have to watch half a quarter to be considered a view, I would go under at 4.5. Hell, I'd go under at 2.5.
Yeah.
Just because one of you might be a dick to move the line. Just leave it on your television and be like, I watched it.
I've already got my plans.
While I was at the Edwin McCain concert at Silverado.
Exactly. I'll be checking in on the score.
I will be. I'll be checking it on my concert beer. What is the score of the Clippers and Mavericks?
I'll be your crying shoulder.
Why do you think it's going to be gross, though? You just think that the Mavericks will come out, Luka Doncic will be on fire, have a what?
I think Luka's going to be a lot of fun, and the rest of it's going to be gross. I don't find Kawhi Leonard to be particularly appealing to watch. I've never thought Kawhi Leonard played a brand of basketball that was a shitload of fun to watch.
Right.
And Paul George is bad on the road. He's bad in big games. There's a lot of bad. So this thing's going to be ugly. Yeah. And I'm going to be singing Gramercy Park Hotel, just swaying back and forth.
I can't wait. Yeah. Again, join us down at Silverados tonight in Black Mountain. SilveradosWNC.com for your tickets. It's time to get back to normal. But last night we did have the Suns knock out the Lakers. My question to you is, what do the Lakers do now?
Lose. A lot. I think LeBron's done. I don't know that he'll ever be... It's hard for me to believe that a 37-year-old guy who's built his entire game on being far superior athletically to everybody on the floor is going to get better from 36 to 37. Do I think he's bad? No. I mean, hell, he could play till he's 45. He would still be a top 15 player in the NBA. I think the problem is that you counted on the wrong second star. Yeah. Anthony Davis is the jet ski of the NBA. It sounds way better than it is.
Yeah.
What is that old saying about jet skis? The two best days of buying a jet ski are the day you buy it and the day it sinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Anthony Davis in a nutshell. Two happiest days with Anthony Davis: the day they traded for him, the one title, and the day he leaves.
Right.
Because he's infuriating.
He is very infuriating, but you don't see a path where this team can be a contender again next year?
They'll be a contender.
I was going to say, I think it's
all right, you tell
ridiculous.
me who they're going into next year. You tell me who they're better than. Are they better than the Jazz,
No.
who will return everybody?
No.
The Suns, who will be a year older with a year of playoff seasoning.
Yeah, but Chris Paul already said he's going to opt out of his contract.
Yeah, and he's going to make more money and come back to Phoenix.
He's going to get a bigger contract.
Yeah, he's going to get a bigger contract in Phoenix because nobody has any damn cap space.
Yeah, he's opting out.
I mean, your Knicks do, but they have to basically rescind everybody, and they're not going to do that.
He's got a $44 million player option next year. He's opting out so he can get a 3-year, $120 million
Yeah, hey,
deal.
Chris Paul, let me give you a good piece of advice. Don't opt out of that deal. You will not like what you get in return.
Yeah.
Because you have that whole injured problem, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Would Phoenix do 3 years at 140 for him?
I think absolutely.
140? Is that what he's looking for?
Yeah.
Holy
That's
shit.
the max.
I think they would.
I thought it was closer
They're
to
relevant.
I thought it was
They're
like
relevant
3 years,
for the first
100.
time in more than a decade. And the one thing that you can point to that was different about this team was the leadership of Chris Paul.
Yeah, and that takes him he would be 39 years old. Mm-hmm. I really need you to understand what I'm going to say. Uh-huh. Chris Paul was drafted the year I graduated high school. Anybody feel old yet?
Oh, I'm real old.
Yeah.
Christ, I graduated high school in 1995 for fuck's sake.
Yeah, me and Chris Paul were in high school at the same time. So. Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit old. But anyhow, the Los Angeles Lakers, as currently constructed, no, they're not going to be a contender.
Absolutely
next year.
not. They're not going to give
everything that went wrong this year went wrong. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Anthony Davis got hurt. LeBron James got hurt. They missed extended periods of time. Kyle Kuzma was god-awful.
God, can we just
Dennis
give up
Schroeder
on him because he's just hot
inconsistent
garbage?
as hell.
And what you just said is not going to happen next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing
Anthony
over
Davis
and over.
gets hurt every year of his career. Mm-hmm. Every year. Ooh, I want to know something.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to make changes. But what changes can they make is the question.
They don't have a whole lot they can do. I'm curious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
What are you looking at?
Anthony Davis has played 75 games twice. He's never played more than 70 in any other season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he misses about this number of games a year.
Yeah.
and he missed, 30 this year? Mm-hmm. That was on the high side, but it's not way over the top.
Right. I mean, I could see next year LeBron putting in the time over the offseason.
This is probably
There's going to be a big hype for him coming in next year. A look at how good he is. He's going to have these like Cam Newton-esque workout videos going out on his social media about how it's time to rebound.
Mm-hmm. For future LeBron, this was the best thing that could happen to him. Was losing in the first round. For his future, if he wants to continue to be LeBron James, King James, so to speak.
So you're saying this is lighting the fire under?
No, I'm saying this
career?
Not having to go and play and more and more. You're going to get an extra month of rest, which you missed playing in the bubble and that, and getting extra. He's getting a whole extra month of rest this year that he wouldn't have gotten if they were to advance further and further and further.
Right.
So he can rest up, especially with his ankle. But there's nothing you can do if Anthony Davis is not healthy. There's not pieces out there. There's not even free agencies that they don't have the money first and foremost. I don't believe. Well, okay. Sorry, I said the wrong word.
Kiko.
I'm trying to drive Brian completely insane today. I think I came close earlier.
Yeah, it's all right. Everything's fine. But he, without them, there's nobody else that they can possibly do to bring in anybody. What are you going to do? Bring in Carmelo Anthony? Who's probably looked like he was going to be fucking retiring.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: you're going to have to pay Dennis Schroeder $1 billion too.
And they said they weren't, but I don't know how they don't anymore. That's the thing.
You have to. You don't have any other option.
Yeah.
Well, you going to bring somebody in on the mid-level?
Yeah, there's nobody out there.
Markieff Morris, you want to do that again? That was fun. Andre Drummond, how many minutes did he play last night?
Zero.
It's zero.
0 minutes.
He did not. DNP bad. He was a DNP bad. I'm just telling you, there's a fatal flaw in the way this team is constructed. And it's that Anthony Davis is great when he plays, he just doesn't play enough. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question about LeBron, to what Brian said about this being a good thing that he can rest up. Mm-hmm. How many minutes a game did he play this year?
28 or 32. I don't know. What?
Well, there's 48 minutes in an NBA game. What do you think he sat half of it?
I don't know.
He's 33. The lowest he's ever played in his career. 3 lowest minute per game seasons of LeBron's career, the last 3. Mm-hmm. I think he's breaking down. I disagree vehemently with what Keyshawn Johnson said this morning, that Anthony Davis's body breaks down. LeBron just got fluky hurt. You don't get fluky hurt. They're both older than me. I can tell you, I'm just sliding into the age that LeBron is. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, doing absolutely no athletic activity whatsoever, shit just hurts. Mm-hmm. That shit on y'all just hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's where LeBron is.
Mm-hmm. But
I think you're to the point that your body is letting you down, and you can't be that physical marvel anymore.
But as that happens, you become more and more flukily hurt. As your body gets older, it's not just like, this is just, you can look at LeBron James and go, he's 36 years old, and, this year he had an ankle injury, and he's never going to have it again. It was just a fluke year. No. Keyshawn, you should know, you're older than all of us. As the older that you get, the more flukier the injuries become.
As their roster is currently constructed with the money that LeBron and AD and they're going to have to give to Schroeder and everything, is there any possible path for them being able to move money around to get another big free agent to come to Los Angeles? There's people out there, there's things like Kawhi's probably going to become available this year.
There ain't money.
Yeah, then that's what I'm asking. Is there any way they can move any money around? I don't think they can. Because they can only sign Schroeder just because he's on the actual team.
Yeah, they've got his birthday.
Yeah.
Because they traded for him.
It's just, you can't even add.
I mean, now to what you said, they could re-sign Schroeder and do a sign and trade, but, all right, so what's
the value?
Yeah.
Much lower than what he thinks.
Right, what's the value on that?
Especially after watching the playoffs.
He's going to get $80 million. And
he will. That's the bad thing.
This
is such a bad free agent class that he will get that much.
And that was the thing. He could, after last year, he probably could have gotten something because he was a 6-man a year and he looked like he was improving. But after the year he just had, I mean, I feel like he was an utter disappointment this year. Do you guys agree with that?
I don't think it was an utter disappointment. I think at times he looked like he could be a leader of this team. When both LeBron and AD were out, he played his best basketball because he was the only guy to do it. I get that that's more of a volume availability thing, but I don't feel like it was a total disaster. I mean, the way it ended, obviously.
Could they get a guy like, for example, Kyle Lowry to come over on a cheaper contract to play in Los Angeles? Could they get some of these?
I don't know why you wouldn't have done that at the break this year if you were going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or at the deadline.
I mean, here's some of the possible free agents coming out, that guys that are going to opt out, but a lot of these are player options.
Okay.
So they got basically a list right here I'm looking at. It's going to have Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, who's a restricted free agent.
He's going nowhere.
He's not going to go anywhere. Atlanta's going to sign him. Chris Paul's going to re-sign there. Mike Conley's not going anywhere. Jared Allen from Cavaliers.
He's a restricted free agent. He's not going anywhere.
Yep. Lonzo Ball, restricted free agent. Kyle Lowry's and DeMar DeRozan.
That's the two.
Yep.
But you're going to have to. I mean, you would have to orchestrate a sign and trade with somebody in the Spurs who are in the same conference, or the Raptors who don't want to lose Kyle Lowry. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be really honest with you, that doesn't make you all that much better.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's we keep going down a path of can they, and it doesn't seem like they can. And I don't know what they can do. It seems like we're going to have a retread of the same exact team going next year, and it's going to have the same thing's going to happen.
I feel like this is just a very poorly constructed team.
I feel like you're rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm afraid of, is that you've got LeBron who is breaking down age-wise, and Anthony Davis who's just constantly hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's, and I'm going to be honest with you. Do you remember what I said before the series started? This reminds me of what?
Kobe.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I feel right now.
The final years of
LeBron looked on the bench last night. The graphic that we had when we started this show, he looked like a guy that has the mentality to still do things, and he's figuring out my body won't let me.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I watched out of Kobe.
Yeah.
Is my body will not allow me to be the guy that wins titles anymore.
The team reminded me of like his early Cleveland days, but in those early Cleveland days, he had the ability to do that. But the surrounding pieces to that, I mean, how many times it was just like they would make a run and freaking Kyle Kuzma would shoot up some horrible turnaround 3-point shot or do something, and you would just see him literally go, huh.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even run back on defense. You know what I mean? There was several times where he went to the hole and just go to the hole. He didn't make the shot, throw up his hands in the air, complain that he wasn't fouled, and it was sad. It's sad to watch. I got to give them credit for the effort they put in after being down almost 30. You know, they made it. They showed some effort, but Phoenix is freaking good. I mean, I underestimated how good this team is 100%. I was 100% wrong. They have shooters everywhere. Cam Johnson just hits every shot he seems to take, and you can't guard Devin Booker. And when they do try to do anything with Devin Booker, then Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton start to pick and roll, and then it's hard to guard. I mean, they're just and they're kind of deep. I mean, they've got defensive players like Craig coming off the bench. They got Cameron Payne, who's just a microwave. You know what I mean? Using Jeremy's term from the other day.
Right.
You know, he just comes off, heats up, shoots a couple shots, and just nails them. They can shoot the three really good. This is going to be tough, and this is something I think we're going to talk about in a minute, but it's going to be a tough series for the reigning defending, or not defending, but the 2021 NBA champion Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, stop giving them titles.
Oh,
he's already insufferable enough with fake titles.
I will say this: Kyle Kuzma is proof positive that even the greatest scout in the NBA misses every once in a while.
God Almighty, man!
You know who the greatest scout in the NBA?
Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner. Mm-hmm. She's the greatest scout in the history of the NBA.
Yeah. She had 5 guys in the playoffs.
I did not see that coming.
That were also in her vagina.
Yeah. Kendall Jenner has an all-star team that LeBron would be jealous of. Mm-hmm. And Kyle Kuzma.
Wow.
5 out of 6 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's been such a disappointment. But that's what I say. When you look at the way this team's been constructed and the decisions that have been made to lead them to this point.
I really thought, I
can't believe that at one point Kyle Kuzma and Taylon Horton-Tucker have been like two of the most untouchable guys in this franchise, and they don't do shit.
Kyle Kuzma should have been traded 2 years ago. When
he had value?
When he had value, they should have traded him.
Yeah, they should have traded him instead of Zubaz.
Before Kendall Jenner took his talent and gave it to Devin Booker.
Yeah.
You notice Devin Booker's the one still with her, and he's all of a sudden superhuman?
Kendall Jenner's vagina is like the Monstars ball.
Right.
Kendall Jenner's a monster.
Instead of trading away Brandon Ingram.
There was talks about like Kyle Kuzma would bring in a package, and they just were like, no, we can't. He's going to be our third.
Right.
He's hot garbage. That guy cannot play. I don't know, maybe if he gets to change scenery, but in this, whatever he's doing here is not working.
Nope. No, it's not working at all.
And how many, when your third option is basically KCP, you're not going to win a championship.
Bad.
And that's what it is. I mean, if you saw last night, that's what they had to go to. Was KCP was their other option. If LeBron wasn't going to the hole or shooting a three, that was the only other option. And Dennis Schroeder's three-point jump shot looks like the old school Indiana, like the Hoosiers movies.
I want to play a game. 3 Lakers not named LeBron had double-digit field goal attempts last night. Name them.
Oh, God.
Wesley Matthews had a lot of shots.
Matthews.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Dennis Schroeder had a lot of shots. And
KCP?
Yep.
That's the 3. That's the 3.
Yeah.
That's a bad team. That's what I tried to tell you before the series. Mm-hmm. Is everything has to go right.
Yep.
The Lakers were one of those teams. That theory that I had of it scares me if it takes me more than a breath to explain how you're going to beat teams. That's where I was with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis and LeBron James have to be what they are, and they need a third that is better than what they usually are.
Yeah.
That's a lot of words. I don't have to do that with Phoenix.
Yeah.
Book, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. Done. That's the end.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about the Nuggets. That's the way I feel about the Jazz. That's the way I feel about the Suns.
Yeah.
Speaking of how everything has to go right, that's how I always used to feel about my me time in the bathroom. Yeah, this is a segue.
A segue, if you will.
A segue. Because support for the Spartocracy is brought to you by Manscaped. It's the best in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0, which I had my first experience with last night. I'm going to tell you about that in a second.
Please don't.
Yeah, it's the 4.0. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like show you slides or anything.
Well, that's what I thought you were going to.
Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Sportsocracy at manscaped.com. Manscaping has always been one of the most harrowing moments in my life.
Especially for wispy hair over here.
Oh, yes.
If he spent one day in the body of me or Brian Haynes, he would immediately just tap out.
Yeah.
And he would look like a St. Louis Sasquatch.
I am done. Look, doing your work, doing your yard work has always been one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life. Have you guys ever had a disaster while manscaping?
100%.
Of course you have. Come on.
I actually thought I was going to bleed
Never
to
lie
death
to
one
your
day.
audience. Be honest.
I barely put sharp things around my balls.
I don't like anything sharper than a fingernail. I even like those to be nice and manicured.
I feel so much worse for your wife now.
Yeah, seriously.
But no, it's always nerve-wracking. You don't you gotta be just super precise, or else
No distractions.
You're gonna be standing in there for 10 or 15 minutes trying to get the blood flow to stop.
I actually thought I was going to bleed to death one time. And bleeding to death would have been better than calling a doctor and explaining what I had done.
And you feel like you're going to bleed to death out of that little tiny pinhole that just won't stop. But you don't have to worry about that anymore with the Lawnmower 4.0.
No, you don't.
Because Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features the cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to the advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident about handling my business during my me time. The boys have never been happier.
It bothers me that you refer to your sons and your genitals with the same term.
Well, they're both kind of nuts.
Always.
If you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, by the way, you don't want to do that. You got to get your own. You got to get the Lawnmower 4.0.
Wait, you've used your ball trimmer on your face before?
No, I use the same one. I
okay.
used to use the same one I'd use on shaving my head to
shave your
Oh,
balls.
the one
to
on
do
your
that.
head didn't have a very sturdy workload.
Yeah.
It had the Wes Matthews
I've
workload.
never run the risk of having to put the trimmer anywhere near my face because I can't grow beards like you guys can. But
Yeah, see, me and Brian, if we use the same
Exactly.
the same razor on our balls and our face,
Pubes?
we wouldn't have balls
in there.
anymore.
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that anymore, though, as long as you get the Lawnmower 4.0. You got your own dedicated tool with all of the technology, the advanced technology with the skin-safe technology to help you have smooth boys.
And let's be honest, Father's Day's right around the corner, and your first home was your father's balls. Get your father a long overdue housewarming present at manscaped.com. 20% off at manscaped.com using our promo code Sportsocracy, plus free shipping.
That is right. Now is the time to make all of those Father's Day purchases and get the big discounts.
If y'all-
Sportsocracy is the promo code. Manscaped.com is the website. Your benefit, 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Your balls will thank you.
If for nothing else, get it for your dad just to explain what a lawnmower is.
Yeah.
Right.
I want somebody to buy a lawnmower for their father, text them and say, I got you a lawnmower for Father's Day, and then record it when he opens it.
Yes.
Hit the goddamn bell right there, dude.
Yes.
My father watches this show, so I don't think it can be me, but that doesn't mean I won't try it.
You do that, and we will blast that out. No doubt. 126 to 115. The Nuggets beat the Trailblazers last night. Nobody is surprised by that. The Nuggets move on to the second round of the playoffs here. Now, what's coming in the second round? Obviously, Nuggets win, Suns win. You got Nuggies, Suns
Nuggies.
coming up in the second round.
Just drink it in, man. Feels so good.
Your team is 12 wins away. Can you handle the Phoenix Suns?
12 wins away for my 2021 NBA champion, Denver Nuggets. Can we handle it? Yes. And you know why?
Why?
Because of Nikola. Nikola Jokic is the scariest human being on planet Earth.
There's not one person on the Suns that can guard him.
Nikola Jokic is who hides under Chuck Norris's bed. And that's who Chuck Norris is scared.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, you can't really
gargles peanut butter.
I really wouldn't expect old DeAndre Ayton to be
No, there,
running
and
with,
that's what we
Nikola.
talked a little
Here's
bit
how
about
this
this
series
morning.
goes. This series, it comes down to one matchup. DeAndre Ayton is very bad away from the basket. Unfortunately, there's nobody else on the Suns that can guard him. None. What are you going to do? Throw Frank Kaminsky out there?
Oh, God.
Try to, Jay Crowder, who gives up 5 inches and 45 pounds to Nikola Jokic? It's not a good idea.
Not gonna happen.
The question is, can Ayton guard him away from the basket? Can Jokic bang with him down low? Whoever gets the best of that matchup is going to win the series. And unfortunately for my Nuggets, it makes me nervous. Because I do think DeAndre Ayton can be a pain in his ass. He can get him in foul trouble. Here's one thing nobody wants to talk about Jokic. He has a history of getting in foul trouble.
Yes.
Because he's a little grabby when he gets tested. No Jokic, no win. So that's what this series comes down to. Do I think my Nuggets can do it? Yes, I do. Solely because I am driving the Nuggets bandwagon, and as the card-carrying captain of the Denver Nuggets bandwagon, I have to. I'm comfortable. You got to keep it tight.
So, so you're gonna put Porter on Booker? Is that the?
No, I would have Campazzo on Chris Paul. I would have Aaron Gordon on Devin Booker.
Oh, okay.
I would let Jay Crowder do whatever the fuck he wants to. I'd probably have Aaron or Austin Rivers on him. And then Porter would be on, who am I missing? Sarich? Yeah, I'm fine with that. That already just.
Cam Johnson, probably.
Cam Johnson comes off the bench.
Yeah.
So it'd be a mixture of that. I'm fine with that. I do think my Nuggets can win this series. I would feel much better if we were playing the Lakers. That's what I thought was hilarious, is all the people saying, oh, you just hate L.A. I would love to play L.A. Sweet baby Lord, I would love for him to have won this series because I think we would have beaten them in 5. But, don't get the option at that now because the far superior team won.
So, call your shot. Series starts on Monday. What are you saying? Denver in
6.
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
Denver needs to win one in. They have to win one in Phoenix and then catch him in games. I don't think Phoenix can win in Denver. I think Denver can win in Phoenix. I don't think Phoenix can win in Denver.
Okay.
I think it goes 7. And I just completely underestimated the Phoenix Suns, and I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't take them in 7.
Okay, so he's taking the Phoenix Suns in 7.
Felt good. Just to drink it in, man.
I'll take the Denver Nuggets in 7 because I think that they are going to have those games where they score 40 points. Chris Paul will. Now I'm thinking Chris Paul is going to regain some.
Here's the thing:
some handle on the offense.
If he's not healthy, though, that's going to be a big thing. Like if he's still as hurt as he's been in this first round series, there's no way they can win.
That's a subsidiary story to this Nuggets Suns series. If Campazzo can guard Chris Paul and keep him under wraps because he is still hurt, Denver will win this series in very short order. Because Devin Booker's going to catch Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
And I hate to break it to you. Denver figured something out with Gordon on Lillard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that Lillard shit, or that Booker shit one more time. That 47 he had last night, that's the most he'll have in these playoffs. At least for the next 7 games. Because Aaron Gordon ain't going to allow that shit because he is way bigger than Devin Booker.
And then the way I look at it, it's kind of like that's the two matchups. Can Ayton kind of help out with Jokic, oh my God, wow, Joker. And can Aaron Gordon hold off Devin Booker? Those are the 2 main matchups that we're going to be looking forward. And and if Chris Paul still as hurt as he is this series, I completely change I don't think Phoenix can win the series. So.
I don't think he will be. The question is, Campazzo had issues with Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Let's face it though, Damian Lillard's a better player at this point than Chris Paul.
100%.
Chris Paul is a facilitator. The good thing is Campazzo is really annoying, and I could see him being just enough to be a pain. Adam Black just said, Hardee's chicken and waffle sandwich, which I was today years old when I found out was a thing, just moved into my top 5 breakfast sandwich list.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go now because I love chicken and waffles almost as much as I love being right.
I saw the commercial for that the other night and was like, oh, that's glorious.
I am an advertiser's worst nightmare because I haven't watched a commercial that I haven't been directly featured in like 2 years.
How do you avoid that? You just get up and leave the room during live games?
That's the beauty of being a smoker. Because it takes me about the same duration to smoke that it does to
for
a
an
commercial
NBA
break.
timeout.
Burger King has entered the chicken sandwich thing with the new cha-ching.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
The cha-king.
The cha-ching.
Yeah, it's a chicken Whopper.
It's basically the whole chicken sandwich thing going around, mayonnaise, pickles, chicken, bread, mayonnaise, pickles kind of thing.
Yep.
And it looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I did have I would say of all the chicken sandwiches so far, now that we're going down this rabbit hole, I had the KFC one the other day, far superior to anything that I've had so far.
Of course it is, because the Colonel does chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most brilliant ad campaign of why would you buy a chicken sandwich from anybody else other than us? We do chicken better than anyone, so our chicken sandwich is going to be better. First, I'll have to say, can we stop with the chicken sandwich wars? Because we all know that the world started turning after Popeyes tried to go after Chick-fil-A. And now everybody's getting into the game. It's just the wild.
But I want to hear it.
Spicy deluxe with pepper jack cheese from Chick-fil-A is still king. Stop talking shit about the Lord's chicken. Okay,
Yep.
Chick-fil-A is the winner. It's the right answer.
Yep.
It's always the right answer. Take the politics out. I don't care. I just want their damn chicken. You know what I've never done? I've never gone through a Burger King drive-thru and gone, I wonder what the owner of Burger King thinks about politics.
Yeah.
I've never done that, not one time, ever. So why people do it about Chick-fil-A? I don't know.
And
So
the only
I
thing
know
I've
we
ever
don't
thought
talk about
about
politics, but that trended on Twitter yesterday, and I looked at the scissors on my desk and went, if I jam these in my ear, I won't have to read any more of this shit. And I thought about it for way longer than I wanted it to be.
If I jam these in the ear, I won't have to see this anymore?
Yeah, because I'll be in the hospital with a gaping balloon.
I was thinking you could poke your eye out.
Well,
would be
here's the
better.
thing. I can jam them in my eyes, but I can't touch my eyes. That's why I can never
And
do
Jonathan
contact.
not even to do harmful things to yourself.
Jonathan Welch, I want to thank you for considering my heart condition when talking about food. He says, please consider Brian Haynes' heart condition when mentioning or posting about food.
Brian Haynes is the only person I've ever met who got a medical report and his heart condition was deteriorating.
Yeah.
That was the new one.
We still haven't got the old, I haven't got the old answers from the old CT with the contrast the other day, so.
They just stamped your file with "don't look good."
I know what it's going to say.
Uh-oh.
I know what it's going to say.
Wait, are you looking for this one?
No. I'm looking for.
Oh, God.
That one.
Oh, I thought you were looking for.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Is she a
wait.
great big fat person?
See a great big fat person. Did you forget that one was on there?
I did forget that one was on there. We've almost had two spit takes in this 1 hour show.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, just leave the chicken alone. Like everybody,
Hardee's has got one now, too.
Of course they do. They always have one. And I think it's hilarious that now Burger King has decided, real
Because they're
chickens
smart.
exist.
Like, why would you not go, if you're a fast food restaurant, why would you not keep going with this? Because everybody's going to see that and go, oh, now I got to go try this one.
Well,
because this
now
one,
we have
it's
to-
called marketing.
Yeah, we have to try everybody's.
Yeah,
chicken
because
sandwich.
I don't know, most of the world, especially America,
You know what?
is fat as fuck, and they're gonna want to try every fucking sandwich there is.
You know what? We're doing it on this show. We're settling it. We're settling the chicken sandwich war.
Oh.
3 fat asses. We're doing this next week. We're eating every chicken sandwich known to man, including the King, which, by the way, is the hardest thing to Google in the history of time. I Googled checking Burger King, which is something that one night I'm going to get drunk and see my Google history and go, what the fuck was I doing there?
Are we doing blind? We should do blind taste tests. Yes, blind taste test, and you have to you have to try to pinpoint where it came from. That's the second level of this.
All the way in. We're going to compile this into one video. We're going to do this over the course of next week. And the skinny guy, he will be the judge. He'll be the only one that knows. So let us idea so much. I love good ideas.
Yeah.
Just for the audience to know, once this chicken sandwich thing's happened, if anybody's got a defibrillator they'd like to bring over to the office,
Good
that
call.
would be really good.
Good
because
call.
good chances are.
Well, I mean,
We
we're
can
not,
now
we're
know
not
all-
going to let you eat full sandwiches.
What
We,
the-
we will cut the sandwiches down.
This is
You got your dirty hormones.
Yeah.
No.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Dude,
okay?
I can eat.
I think people can look at me and Brian and go, we've tapped out on our 60s.
Well, if we're going to
okay?
do 5 sandwiches in a day, you don't.
Not in a day, you dick. We're going to do it over the course of a week and compile it as one great big video.
Now, see, I think it's the wrong way to go. I think you got to get them all at one time, cut them up into little pieces, and then
That's a
everybody
shitty
has
idea
them.
because that's just wasting sandwiches. And it's a lot of running around that I don't want to do.
Wasting
Yeah.
sandwiches.
This is a
It's
great...
not running around that you have to do. We're going to make the skinny guy do it. We'll send him out on one day and go hit all the places, get
Dude,
all
it
the
would
sandwiches.
probably
We'll
be
cut
like
them
a
up, do the blind
30
taste
mile
test.
radius he'd have to run to get fucking each one of these sandwiches.
Oh, what do we live in Bangladesh?
Yes.
Kelvin Joyner said, I don't know about y'all, but the Burger Kings by me are on the verge of bankruptcy. The only good ones in a Walmart. I'm going to be really honest with you. You know what my number one, the number one thing that Burger King has? It's exactly what got me my wife. My greatest ability was my availability. I have never waited in a BurgerKing drive-thru for more than 4 minutes. Ever. You know why? Because I'm the only one there. Which is, wah. The last time I stopped at a Burger King, I swear to you, I think I startled them.
I do like
They were like, what? That's a card.
the coupon sheet that they send to you in the mail, though.
Yep.
They were that thing was like 3 Whoppers, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 small fries for $12.99. It fed us pretty good here for about a week and a half.
Yeah, here's the other part of this.
Fast food go-to burger is the Whopper.
If we do it my way, we also get that takes care of lunch for a week, which is awesome. Oh, Michael Whiteside has a good point. You must taste them at the same time to float the comparison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See, sometimes not just a hat rack.
I mean, they're going to be...
God, where's the closest Popeyes? Jesus Christ, by the time it got here, it was...
Smoke Bug Alley. There you go.
And there's a Hardee's.
The only existing Applebee's still in creation.
And there's a Hardee's right there in Weaverville.
When did that happen?
Also on Smoky.
That we went there not too long ago.
I need to get out
And
more.
there's a Burger King right next door to it.
I knew that one.
Or
That's
across
been
the
there
street.
since I
And
was
there's
a
one
child.
there.
That's
Yeah.
been there.
There's a McDonald's
the Burger
across the
King
street
has
from
been
that.
there since there was a Roses out there.
There's a
So-
KFC, so we're doing Popeyes.
Yeah, we need...
Chick-fil-A.
If Popeyes has
Well, here's the thing. We've all eaten enough
Chick.
Chick-fil-A that we could shit it for a week. Okay, so Chick-fil-A, and we're going to know that one instantaneously. It's KFC, it's Popeyes, Hardee's,
Burger King.
Burger King, and we got to throw the McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah.
Because McDonald's just
Yeah.
came out with like 45 different fucking
Yeah.
chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Am I missing one? Anybody in the comments? God, Kevin Vick said there's an Applebee's in Hendersonville. Why are there always things that... I just want my riblets, man. I just want my riblets.
And you don't want to drive to
And
South
they're
Carolina
forever
to do
away
it.
from me.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm getting ready to move and shit fire. I think I just moved farther away from a damn Applebee's.
Things get a little crazy when they go like dollar freaking Long Island
Place
iced teas and
I've
shits
ever
there.
missed. Really, I'll be honest with you.
Zaxby's. Oh God, wait, they're right. We're missing Zaxby's. The only problem is that I'm not even going to be kind of what's the word for impartial? Let's go with impartial.
Yeah, I mean that's a good word. That's a good word to use.
Hey, what's that word for impartial? Impartial.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be even kind of impartial for Zaxby's because I would drink their sauce.
Yeah.
You could put Zax sauce on a fried dog, not eat it. I mean, don't tell me what it is.
I mean, if it's fried, it's good.
You could fry that coffee cup and put Zaxby sauce on it, and I'd go,
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if I knew. I really wouldn't. If you told me it was Brian's dog, I might feel better about it. As much
I'd be
trouble as
so
that
happy.
dog gives you.
I mean,
That reminds me of that sign. There was an old billboard, and it was an ASPCA commercial, and it had a picture of a
judge
dog and a cow, and it said you wouldn't eat one, so why will you eat the other? It's awful brave of you to assume I wouldn't eat that dog.
yeah.
Don't judge me. And now it's a challenge. Now you've made it a challenge. Over in the Eastern Conference, the
Yes.
second round, we got Philadelphia against Atlanta. Joel Embiid missed the last game of the Washington series. Is he going to be available for
Don't
the
care.
Atlanta series? Is he going to play? Oh, I care a lot.
I don't care at all. Philadelphia will beat them in 4. The series will not last long at all. You know
Without
why?
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I don't care. You know why? Because there's one player for Atlanta that scares me. One. And his name is Trae Young. Guess who he gets defended by this whole series? Ben Simmons. Bye, Atlanta. Yeah, we'll wake Philadelphia up in a week after the series is over to let them know who they play in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You think he's going to be able to shut down?
It's comical to
Trae
me
Young?
that you don't.
I don't.
I don't care if you told me Trae Young averaged 50 points a night in this series. I still think the Sixers win in 5.
Without Joel Embiid,
It's
Atlanta
comical to me
wins
that
the
you don't
series in
understand how
6.
bad this team is defensively. I mean, they're god awful defensively. Philadelphia's going to score 120 points a night.
Really?
Easy. I would with Embiid, with Mike Scott, with Michael Scott from The Office, Dwight Schrute, Ross from Friends. I don't care who's playing for the Sixers. This series will be over in 5 games max. I'm giving 1 to be nice. I don't care.
oh, I do.
You tell me the path that Philadelphia beats them.
I got a question. Did you turn off the heat then when you turned it on yesterday?
I don't know.
Why in God's name would you turn the fucking heat on?
I wanted to kill him yesterday. That's why I had to leave.
If you ever turn the heat in this building on again, I will stab you. Because
I'm sweating.
I, honest to God, thought I was having a stroke.
Yeah.
That's the reason that I said a bunch of S's in a row, because I was trying to figure. I was trying to see if I was
turning
turning
the heat on. It was 60 degrees in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? If you're cold, put on a goddamn jacket. If you ever turn the fucking heat on in this place again, I'll set it on fire when you get
You can always get warmer. You can't get colder.
First thing I do every day now.
Well, I'm the first one here, so sorry about your damn luck.
I don't give a
God
shit.
bless. I thought I was having a fucking.
I'm seriously like
I thought I was having
we're glistening over here. We're glistening.
It's
God
perfectly fine in here.
We out to a fucking menopausal 50-year-old, which apparently you are, because I can see heat lines.
I mean, my
Lord.
underboobs are
Thank
starting
you,
to sweat.
Kevin Vick. Who the hell has the heat on in June? Fucking tons of fun over here that apparently doesn't understand what a sweater is.
Nope.
I just was
Because
wondering.
it's fucking June. I shouldn't have to wear a sweater in here.
Yeah, that's called air conditioning. We pay for that.
And it doesn't need to be on 60.
It's a big building.
Well, listen.
Cold.
The front of
that
this
was the
place
actual
gets.
temperature in here.
No,
was
that's the
just
actual
50
temperature in the
degrees.
front, not back here.
Y'all are insane.
Yeah, you want me to tell you a fun little
it's
story?
colder in here.
Yeah, you want me to tell you a fun little story? Tough shit. Put on a fucking jacket. If you turn the heat on again in June, I will kill you.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
And here's the thing. I am bigger than you, and I get very angry when I get hot. And now I know you did this? Oh, God, I will shit in your driveway. I swear to God.
Listen, how are we going to have a fucking chicken sandwich eating competition if we're going to be in the fucking heat? That's going to lead to a stroke.
God, I need a Gatorade. Fuck me.
I
thought it was
just a hair of desert.
No, it's.
God, I thought I was
like.
I honest to God thought it was. I'm glad you said that,
Yeah.
because I thought it was just me.
Oh, well, it could be because you're wearing a long sleeve T-shirt and another shirt under it, aren't
I
you?
always wear two shirts. I have every time you've ever seen me in the 4 years we've been doing it. And I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt because I got here at 6:30 this morning. Sorry, when I got here, the sun had not appeared yet, so it was a little chilly outside. And, you know, like a normal person, when I'm cold, I put on something longer.
Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks. You saw the Hawks dispatch your New York Knicks. How do you think this series is going to go?
Philly in 6.
Philly
in 6.
I'll take, if you told me the over-under was 5.5, I'll take the under and I'll bet my soul on it. I'll bet my house, my dog, my ability to have fun for the rest of my life, the gross domestic product of both Dakotas, and the winner of our chicken sandwich battle next week.
I like the Philadelphia 76ers to win the series. If they don't have Joel Embiid, though, I'm taking the Hawks.
Whoa.
I think the Hawks will win the series without Embiid being on the floor for Philly. Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Oof, it's going to be a good series.
I think it's going to be a good series. I think it's going to be a long series. And I think there are going to be probably some of the best games we've seen all year.
There's so many different narratives going into the series that it's going to be hard to choose just one.
So many different narratives, like the fact that Brooklyn has 3 players that combine for 90 points night in and night out.
And can't defend a sandwich.
That's fine.
And
they already went all in. They went all in with this idea when they picked up James Harden. They said, we're just going to fucking outscore everybody.
Not one person on this team is going to be able to stop Giannis. Not one.
Sorry, I don't even know what we're talking about because I had to find the obscenity emoji to talk about. Kelvin said we should start a merch line with hoodies. Yeah, we already have that. That's what's annoying me, that Tons of Fun here turned the damn heat up to 90!
Nope.
Put on one of the
Not even close.
It's 75 degrees in here. Easy.
Yeah.
Flostradamus don't keep at these temperatures. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
We were talking about the Brooklyn and
well, here's the thing. We outnumber you, so you better put a damn hoodie in that rambling wreck car of yours there, pudding pants.
The rambling wreck.
I swear to God, look, my father ran an HVAC company. I'll break that goddamn thing to keep you from doing it again. You think it was cold before? I can make it 40 in here.
He just had a little bit. But
you're talking about Nets.
The Nets,
yeah, we're talking basketball.
Nets, Bucks. Okay.
I think it's just going to be tough for. No one can guard Giannis. No one can guard anybody actually on Brooklyn. So it's not like it's going to be anything like that. And it's going to be hard for anybody to stop Brooklyn. But I can see this being We talked about this a little bit earlier. Who takes over in the fourth? Which one of the superstars is going to say, it's my time? And then it's going to be who's going to do this, and then blah, blah, blah. There's going to be all kinds of narratives. Let's say Kyrie's the one who takes over, and he misses 3 shots in a row. You know what I mean? Like, I think these games are going to be really, really close until the fourth quarter, and that's when you're going to see what this a semblance of a team Brooklyn has is going to fall through the cracks. I think this is going to go 7. And I think I'm going to pick Milwaukee to win.
Mine's real simple. Bucks and 6.
Phew.
Bucks and 6. And Milwaukee's going to beat the piss out of them in game 1.
Really?
Remember I said that. Because I think Brooklyn's got this air of invincibility about them. How are they going to stop anybody? You tell me, name me a positive defender for the Nets. Nick Claxton, maybe. I have a lot of pieces that are plus defenders. I'm not saying I'm going to stop them. I can slow them down from what they usually are.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the cakewalk that it was in round 1 against Boston.
No.
And here's the thing. Who's going to slow anybody down from Milwaukee? If you told me Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and Brook Lopez, all 4 averaged 20-plus points in this series, I wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked in the least.
I think Philadelphia. I think Milwaukee is too inconsistent offensively.
And here's the thing. This is the worst defensive team in the NBA. They give up the most points in the NBA.
No doubt. And I'm not trying to say that they're not going to be able to score points. What I'm saying is Brooklyn is more consistent with their scoring. We know what those 3 guys are capable of. And I feel like they're in a special place right now. They're in a groove right now, playing all together. They only did it for 8 games. Sure, I'm falling for it.
You're falling for it. You're falling for it. You're falling for it. We've watched this so many times of teams that can't stop a nosebleed in the NBA playoffs, and what happens. This has happened so many times. The Phoenix Suns did it about 48 times. We've done this over and over again. You tell me, explain this to me, and I'll agree with you. Who stops Giannis?
I don't know.
There isn't one. Who stops Chris Middleton? There isn't one. Who stops Drew Holiday?
James Harden.
There isn't one. I keep doing this.
Yeah.
Now, I have one of the best 5 on-ball point guard defenders in the NBA in Drew Holiday. He's going to get Kyrie. They'll put Middleton on Harden. They'll put Giannis on Durant. I like that matchup for Milwaukee and all three of those. Flip it around, and those guys defending the Bucks, they will get whatever they want. Whatever they want. The Bucks have been here before. I would a week ago. I would have probably picked Brooklyn. The more I thought about it, the more I go, I've been down this road before. All of the money is on the Nets. I don't care. I'm taking the Bucks. And I get Mike Budenholzer. You get Steve Nash. Right. Advantage me.
And I feel like there's been this. The first round series with Milwaukee, I felt like they were on a mission. You know, they got dispatched with Miami last year, and it ate them up. And they went out there and they just put the freaking shoe on their neck and stepped on it. And that's what that's what I wanted to see out of them. I didn't want to see this back and forth series or whatever again. I felt like they said, this is what we're going to do. And I'm serious. It's just going to be spread. Giannis is going to average 35 to 40 points a game. Like 100%. He can come down the court and get to the hole every single time he wants. And then when they try to collapse the defense on it, then he's going to start kicking it out and they're going to start draining threes. It's going to be so hard. But yes, Brooklyn can put up a lot of points. It's going to, but that's what I'm talking about. It's going to come down to those last 5 to 6 minutes in the fourth quarter each game. When you have 3 guys who want the ball and they don't play defense, I can see this is where this construction of a team is going to blow up in their face.
They're not going to be able to figure out who to give the last shot to.
They're not going to be able to figure out the last 5-6 minutes of a close game.
I disagree. I feel like when you're in that moment,
if they decide Kevin Durant, you're the one who gets the ball and you shoot every single time, then that's
what's happened earlier in the game.
That's what they need to do.
Because they're a hot hand offense.
Well, they don't need. That's the hot hand.
Who's a hot hand offense?
Brooklyn. When it comes down to the end of the game, it's going to depend on who's been putting up the points. No?
That's not how this is going to work.
Okay.
That's not how this is going to work.
Okay, how does
That's
this work?
That's not how
then?
superstars work.
Okay, how
By
does
the
it
way,
work
you
then?
do realize that you do realize we've done this twice. These two teams played each other 2 times. Mm-hmm. Fully constructed. What happened both times?
Milwaukee won.
Yeah. Giannis was 21 of 36 from the floor in one and 11 of 30 in the other. Mm-hmm. And they still won.
So what happens at the end?
I don't know. But you've got 3. It's not going to be James is on fire. Let's go with him. If Kyrie Irving comes down and goes, hey, I like my matchup better, fire it away. I'm telling you, disagree with me all you want to. You disagree with me on the Suns, too. How'd that work out for you? Mm-hmm. Disagree with me on the Mavs, too. No, I didn't. He didn't. Let's see. What else did you disagree?
No, I didn't go sharing the Mavs. I picked the Mavs to win.
Somebody disagreed with me on that, damn it.
Tommy, probably.
Oh, maybe it was Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that was when I was gone, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it must have been Tommy that disagreed with you on that one. I'm not trying to challenge the all-knowing. All I'm saying is
Scoreboard.
all I'm saying is this team can score a lot of points, and this is going to be a 7-game series. It's going to be close down to the end.
It will not. I don't think it will be a 7-game series.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking
I don't.
7, but I'm picking Milwaukee to win.
I'm picking Milwaukee to win.
think
as well.
Milwaukee
All I'm
wins
saying
in
is
Milwaukee.
It's going to be super close.
Well, you're saying all these things, but then you're still picking Milwaukee.
Absolutely. Because I feel like you guys are making it out to be, Milwaukee can win this thing in a walk.
I literally said
I never said it would be a walk.
I was the first
never
one.
said
I just said it was going to be
Okay.
7 like 5 minutes ago.
I said I don't understand how the Brooklyn Nets can stop anybody, and this team has a lot of weapons. And I think the Nets are going to settle for jump shots because Milwaukee is a good defensive team, and Milwaukee's going to get to the basket. I will take that over living by the 3, dying by the 3, 100 times out of 100. I do. And now it's not going to be a walk.
I'm with you. I'm just saying it's going to be a close series. That's all I'm saying.
I never said it wasn't. I don't know where the hell you got that. I just said I like the matchup for Milwaukee. They played 2 times and they were both decided by 6 points.
Right.
I think that's about what this is going to be. But if you tell me it's a close game, I have Giannis as things wind down, defending Durant and going to the hole on Durant. Advantage me on both.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we're all taking Milwaukee to win this series against the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody's on Philadelphia, unless Embiid doesn't play, and then I'm on Atlanta.
Yep, don't care. I don't care if Ben Simmons doesn't play. I still take Philadelphia.
And Jeremy and I are on the Nuggets to win this next series. What?
Say it right.
Jeremy and I are on the 2021 NBA champion Denver Nuggets.
Thank you.
And he's taking the Suns. Utah, Dallas, if that happens, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I'll take
Monday.
Utah against either one of them. I don't care.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care.
No doubt about that. I think it'll be a much better series, though, if it ends up being Dallas that goes up against the Utah Jazz rather than it being the Los Angeles Clippers.
I agree.
Yesterday, Coach K had his press conference about 11:30 in the afternoon. It's supposed to start at 11:30. I don't think it actually started until like 12 because apparently he had to dance to Cascada. I don't know. How did that become such a talking point yesterday? That was the dumbest.
What the hell is
I've
Cascada?
ever heard. Did you see any of the intro?
No, I mean I'm asking
stage?
what Cascada is.
It's a girl.
Isn't that annoying bug that makes that noise like every 7
No,
minutes?
that's a cicada.
Oh, Cascada.
Cascada is I think it's some girl.
A record producer?
No, it's a song. It's like a techno song or some shit that apparently has become like the theme song of the Cameron Crazies. And he came in dancing to it. It was all cute. And then he sits down and he starts answering questions. And he says that it's not because of the changes in college basketball that he is retiring. It's because he wants to spend more time with the family.
Every time we touch, I get the feeling.
Yep, that was it.
Oh, God. That's why they were playing that on ESPN this morning.
Yes, absolutely.
And Coach K was out there dancing to that song?
Because he's hip. He's with it.
Yeah, sure.
He can shake his groove thing. But then he says it's not because of the changes in college basketball that he's retiring. And I want to know, do you think he's lying?
Yes.
100%.
he just doesn't want to do it anymore. He's 74 years old. Of course, he's going to say it's not that. It's because I want to spend time with my family. But the simple fact is, they don't want to have to go through the rigmarole of this stupid process that now college basketball has gone to. It is now 365 days and 24 hours a day. It's you can't. It's not just I'm recruiting this guy for 3 years and then I start doing it again. You have to do the same recruiting every single year, and now you add in the fact that you have to do the transfer portal.
Yep.
Now you add into this. Now this becomes an every single day thing, and it's not. It's too much. He doesn't need to be doing that. And like he even said it in his press conference, he's like, you know what I'm looking forward to this year? Just spending time with the team because I don't have to go out on a recruiting trip.
Yeah, John Shire's going to be doing that.
So
do I buy what he said? I mean, does he want to be home with his family? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I believe that all of these things had nothing to do with it? Not for a second. Not for 1 second. College basketball coaching is now a young man's game because it is going to be 24/7, 365. And that's not how college used to be. Steve Spurrier infamously used to say, I have to work 8 months out of the year. For 4 months, I can just sit around and play golf.
Right.
Not that way anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why the Steve Spurriers and guys like that wound up out of college football. The grinders stayed. The laissez-faire guys like Spurrier were gone. And now college basketball is so much worse because you lose guys after a year as opposed to after 3 to the pros.
You lose them after,
Absolutely.
in a lot of cases, 2 months.
Yeah.
They're gone. These guys are coming to school. They're not even going to, they go to enough classes to be able to be eligible for the possibility of going to March, and that's it.
I firmly believe I've taken more classes at LSU than Ben Simmons ever did.
Yeah.
I think if you took Coach K on the Maury Povich show and gave him one of those lie detector tests, the test results would show that is a lie. Of course it had something to do with it. Now, of course he wants to spend time with his family, and of course he's 74 years old.
Agreed.
He's earned every right to do that.
Yes.
But to play like it has no role. I mean, hell, even Roy Williams in his post-game press, or his post-career press conference, I guess I should say, he even alluded to how the game is changing, and you know, he didn't blame it on that. But he did mention it and say things are changing, and it makes you rethink, can I continue to do it the same way, with the same passion that I used to do it? I think Coach K glossed over a lot yesterday. Although, I will give him credit. I mean, how many times has the game changed in the 40 years that he's been a head coach?
Yeah.
You always adapt and survive. You always move on. I don't think it was a huge reason for him quitting, but saying that it had nothing to do with the changes in the game, I think, is a complete fallacy. That's just where I'm at with it.
And they said Jim Boeheim came out and said he has no plans to retire, which I also call that a lie. Because I think once you coach your sons, which you had pretty late in your life because your wife is smoking hot and younger,
right?
You probably don't need to be coaching anymore at the ripe old age. He'll be 70. He's 76 right now.
Okay.
So I think he'll be gone as well. I just, like I said, I don't think.
Part of me feels like he's one of those guys that they're going to have to force out of his job.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to be gone 5 years ago.
He'll be 80 years old, and they could be, they could be a 500 team, and he's 80 years old, and he's going to make them, remove him from his office.
Yeah.
Because he's an asshole. Let's be honest. Refute me.
He just,
he's an asshole.
He likes to say what's on his mind. It's kind of like our good pal Jeremy Greene over there.
Oh, absolutely, but he's an asshole too.
Yeah,
but just because you're an asshole doesn't mean it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I wouldn't care either way if Jim Boeheim were still around. I mean, in the game, not like forever in the world. But I don't know. To me, Coach K saying they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I believe that was just another little white lie.
Yes, sure was.
From the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils.
So, chicken sandwich?
So, chicken sandwiches. Now that we talk about chicken sandwiches, that's all Brian can think about. And Jeremy's sweating his balls off.
What are we going to do for lunch?
I'm dying. So,
wrap it up.
His nice Smooth boys, thanks to the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. Don't forget to check them out at manscaped.com. Use our promo code SPORTSOCRACY and get 20% off of your purchase and free shipping worldwide. I'm Tank Spencer, Brian Haynes alongside Jeremy Greene as well. We'll be with you this afternoon on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, live or on demand. The Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene. We will be back with you here in the Wicked Weed studio on Monday. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. We'll see you next time.